All right, everybody, welcome to SugaRey's Cooking. Today's video is going to be on Nilaga, beef Nilaga, aka more ethnic, is Nilagang Baka. So this is the version, my family's from the island of Luzon. So my mom's from Binjang Laguna, my dad's from Loloma. So I got a city boy, got a province girl, and this is what they taught me how to make. I mention that because you can actually taste different kinds of ways to do this. Typically there is cabbage, but I replace that with bok choy because I like bok choy. You do a medium-sized onion, which I'm gonna do a triangle style, and then of course about 1.5 2 bulbs of garlic, minced up, and then I use these baby carrots, and then I use these little potatoes, and then the potatoes you do about 2 medium-sized large potatoes and cut them into quarters. And then I got 8 to 10 peppercorns right here, salt and pepper to taste, and of course I'm gonna do about gotta add the batiste when I said of course, and I'm gonna do about 3.5 4 tablespoons of batiste in the pressure cooker, and then I'll add later on, and that kind of infuses all these flavors because I'm using the pressure cooker XL. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 15 minutes to tenderize the meat with the harder vegetables, which is the potatoes and the carrots. And of course I'm going to start it off, and you'll see on the video I'm going to do the onions, and I'm going to saute the onions or caramelize the onions and the garlic, and then I'll throw the peppercorn in, I'll throw the potatoes in, I'll throw the carrots in, and then with that 15 minutes I'll unrelease the pressure, and then I will add the bok choy. I will turn it back on in the pressure cooker XL. It actually already starts boiling, that temperature of boiling, so simmering. So I'll just close the lid, and you'll see that, and add the bok choy, which is about 1.5 pounds, and put it in, and then just close the lid while it's kind of in the simmer mode for about 2 minutes, and then I'll open it up and stir it. That is the gist of what I'm going to do today. You can do different things I've seen already, which is do 3 stages, which is the meat only with the onions and garlic for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then add the potatoes for about 5 minutes, or the harder vegetables, potatoes and carrots, for 5 minutes, and then do another 1 to 2 minutes with the softer vegetables. Hey, it's your way of doing it. At the end of the day, it's just more stylizing how more crisp the vegetables are, or how harder they are to your preference. But at the end of the day, it's gonna still smell and taste really good. All right, so different ways to do things always, right? So here you go. Pound and a half of beef. This is beef stew style. I like it because this happens to be marbleized. Sometimes it's not when it's beef stew at your store, so people take regular beef. Another tip or trick, they actually take more marbleized meats because more flavor, and you'll see me actually sear these at first. So you watch what I do, and then take what you like, and then from that point on, do what you gotta do. SugaRey out. All right, what we got in here right now? We got the I did about 2 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Right, you can tell it's a little bit shiny down there, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and get these to be tenderized. Right, get the soften the garlic up, and then once I do that, I'm gonna add, I'm gonna sear the beef. So just a quick shot of this. What I did is I added that beef. I'm gonna sear it for about 2 minutes on this side, and then I'll flip them over, or let's just say about 1 minute on each of the 4 of all the sides of the meat. All right, and then from there, I'll add the broth, which is about 48 ounces of broth, beef broth, and then we'll go and add the hot. As you can tell, I flipped them over. And they cook, I'm just searing it, right? It adds more flavor to what I'm doing, to what the dish is about, getting it all seared on both sides, all right? Again, about 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes on each side. All right, I added about a dozen of those small potatoes. I'm gonna add about 48 ounces of broth, beef broth. Then I'm gonna add the carrots. Stir it up. Then salt and pepper, batiste. Again, 3 to 4 tablespoons of batiste. carrots. And then I am going to take a video right after this. But again, that's about a dozen small potatoes. That equals about the 2 big potatoes sliced into quarters. And I added about, and I'm going to add a total of about 40 ounces of beef broth or whatever equivalent you're going to use between bouillon cubes and water mixed together, things like that. All right, I'll take another picture and add all the. All right, I added about 8 ounces of the carrots. All right, those little bags of carrots. I got the potatoes in there, about a dozen of those little small potatoes. I'm going to add the peppercorn. And then I'm going to add the 4 tablespoons to your flavor or your taste right there of the patis, just for now. And then I did about 8 grinds of pepper. Excuse me, no pepper yet, but 8 grinds of salt, which is probably about 2 teaspoons. And then I'll do the same with the pepper. All right, and again, I do it kind of light right now. And I'll add the taste after the final opening. All right. Next step: 15 minutes under pressure cooker, and then I will go and open it up after I release the pressure, and I will add the 1.5-pound bok choy just on top. I will close the lid while it is on the searing or simmering mode. Right, and I'll show you that. All right. Right now, though, it is on the 15 minutes for this power pressure cooker. That's chicken meat, because I want to get it tenderized, right? And then from there, once I close the lid, it'll actually start. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pop the lid on. This is how mine works. Make sure it is on the. This is all the way fully locked position. I'm going to go and make sure that this dial is on the 0 to 0, which is closed, and then this actually is for future use is the release. All right, and then I am gonna just wait until it pressurizes, and I'll take a picture. About 5 minutes later, it is pressurized, meaning like it is started to go. 15 minutes, and you cannot open the top. I mean, you just can't, right? So no air is coming out of here. Again, you're lined up. Every Instapot or pressure cooker has its own marking, which is to make sure it's closed, and then this is open, and I'll do that later. That's it. 10 minutes. Oh, excuse me, 15 minutes. It is zeroed out from 15 minutes, and I'm going to release the pressure. Okay, so I'm going to move it from this little 0 to this release the pressure looking thing. All right. So here we go. I turned the fan off real quick, so I'm going to turn it on. This is my trick. It's right under the fan. See that? So when it releases, it's all good. But here we go. Oops. There we go. Releasing the pressure. Alright? Ooh, it smells like it already. Like always, now the house is going to start smelling like the food you're cooking, which is great. So I'll wait for that to release. Alright. It is depressurized. How can I tell? There's no noise, and I can put my hand right on top of it. Right? So let's go see what this looks like. Watch out for the water on the lid there. Ooh, that smells good. Really, really good. So you can tell it's been simmering in there. Alright, it's still simmering a little bit. Let's stir it up. Alright, look at that. Nice potatoes. I can tell. Nice beef and everything. Alright, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to add the bok choy in there. Alright, so let me go add the bok choy, and I will snap it right before I do the last piece, which is what am I going to do? Which I've been talking about, right? I'm going to go ahead and put this raw or uncooked bok choy into the pot. And what I'm going to do, instead of go ahead and turning it back on and getting it fully pressure cooked, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to put it back on that chicken to meat setting. It could be any setting, because in my pressure cooker, and what you're going to have to watch out what yours does, is we want it just to start boiling / simmering again, right? So again, in mine, if I press any of the functionality, chicken, meat, doesn't matter what the time is, 1 minute, 3 minutes, 7 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, it's going to just start simmering. And I'm just going to close the lid, and I'm going to let it do that for, let's just say 5 minutes, right? And let's check it out after that, okay? All right, so here's that trick I'm talking about. I put the bok choy in there. You saw that. I try to just pat it down so it's kind of underneath the water line. I'm going to go ahead, put this back on. I'm going to lock it on to where it is locked. Yeah, arrow to arrow. And then I'm going to go connect the vegetable, and I'm going to go ahead and let it start. And this is again something I'm trying because I want that bok choy to be, you know, it's a softer vegetable, so it doesn't take that much time. And then extra 2 minutes for the beef and the potatoes and the carrots, that should be good to go as well. All right, here you go. Right, here we go. This is after 2 minutes of the bok choy being pressurized. It is an update from what I did before. So let me turn the fan on. And let me do what my trick is, which is move it under the fan. And let me go ahead and release that. Okay, another little trick. Everybody knows that now. Under the fan, right? Alright, so after this releases, I'll show you a picture of what the bok choy looks like. Update. Final piece. Fully released, right? Fully released, it's safe. Make sure it's always safe. Watch out for the water when you open it up. Okay? Again, this is all in one pot, right? There is only one pot to clean at this point after this. Maybe the cutting board and the knife. You know what I mean? And those serving, not serving, but the measurement cups and things like that. But look at that. Come on, peoples. I'm just kidding, man. Look at that. I will serve that up, but the bok choy looks good. Again, I updated the video real quick just because of the fact I did it the one time and it worked. And you know, and I have a friend that he actually takes the vegetables and he boils them on the outside, especially the bok choy, and then he serves them separately on the outside so they're always tender, which is always a good idea. So I mean, I think if you want crispy bok choy at the end of the day on any dish you do, that's the best way to do it. I just wanted to see what happens if you do it this way. Always fun to play with the recipes, right? So outside of that, there you go, people. This is Nilaga Baka, aka Nilaga Beef Nilaga. Alright? Hope you enjoy. Share if you like it. And go ahead and subscribe to the video. That's something that I'm doing new to this thing. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to share with the people all around the world of what we're trying to do. And then, you know, trying to learn from each other. And that's the good thing about the internet. Probably the only thing I like. But there you go. Beef Nilaga. The taste test. Alright, this is straight from what I was talking about. Nothing, I haven't added any extra salt or pepper or patis yet, right? Let me taste this real quick. Oh, that's on hit. That's it. Don't change anything. That amount of patis and everything. You know, of course, when you have the bok choy and everything, some people say, why don't you taste it before you have the vegetables? It's a good time to do it. But I think you want to make it as natural as possible. So that's my 77 cents on that. Right? That's my rice cooking right now, beeping. So outside of that, I'm going to plate it up.